Hello, content creators. How are you? Today is day 3 of my mission to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours by 31st of December to try and get me on the YouTube partnership program before the threshold changes as in February 1st, 2027. Excuse me. All right, I'm so excited about this. I'm just choking up about it. So, today I've had my first full days since announcing on this channel about my mission, my challenge, my journey, and some of you have already joined and seeing some great work from just a few of you, and it's only like 2 days. Imagine what we can do together if we all, as a group, go on this journey, share each other's progress, share each other's, you know, whatever the word is, falling off the wagon. Oh, brain fog, you got to excuse me for that. So today I'm going to report on the first 2 completed days. If you are here with me in the live chat, make sure to say hello. How are you? Where are you tuning in from? What is your current subscriber count? If you are already in the YouTube partnership program, welcome. Thank you for joining us as well. I'm sure you can also share knowledge, experience, skills, creativity that got you there. And as always, wherever you are on your mission, on your journey to get your YouTube content, entrepreneurship, and be part of the interest economy, wherever you are on that journey, always just have a beginner's mind. I said it last time that if you are the smartest person in the room, you're probably in the wrong room, because you want to be learning all the time. You can learn from me, I can learn from you, we can learn from each other. So the goal is 1,000, and I wrote it down here. So the goal is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. For me, I'm giving my deadline as the 31st of December 2026. I'm not going to leave it until 31st of January, because as soon as it clicks over to February 1st and you haven't achieved these 2 by then, this one here, the watch hours, will change to 8,000 watch hours. So even if you're on 3,999.5 hours of watch time, as soon as it it ticks over, you got to double that to get into and apply for the YouTube partnership program. Okay, so let's all be on the same journey. And so when I started, I had 166 subs, 670 watch hours. So between August 12th to 31st of December, I had 142 days. I did some reverse engineering. On average, of course, I may lose some, I may gain more. On average, in those days, I have to try and get 6 subs per day. Now, some days you might not get it. Don't be disheartened, because the more you build your content, the more you're out there, the more you're making yourself visible, then all the content that you are gathering, you're putting out there, getting YouTube's algorithm, getting to know who your audience is, there's going to be an exponential growth, okay? So the 1% we do now, each and every day, by the end of this 142 days, you are stacking all these great contents that you're going to be creating that will become bingeable. All right, if one person discovers you and then suddenly, like, I love this person, I love what they're sharing, and you have all these content already in your playlist on your channel, they will then binge watch. Okay, so they don't have to wait around. So don't think that, oh, I didn't get any subscribers, I lost subscribers, I didn't get a lot of watch hours. It will all compound. All right, so, and then I have to try and get 3,330 watch hours. Woo-wee. All right, that's a lot. 24 watch hours per day, but that's all right, that's okay. Again, it's going to be an exponential growth if we just make sure we are doing things day in, day out. So what am I going to do is then I'm going to go and show you what I have achieved in the last 2 full days. So then that way you can see the progress. I'll share, you know, the different content I've created, the mindset, the progress, the pitfalls that I might go through throughout this mission and throughout this journey. So today is technically day 3 of the mission, but we are looking at 2 full days of progress so far. So let's see whether I am moving in the right direction. All right, so now if you haven't watched, I did a quick video about how I'm going to track my count, subscriber count. So let me see, can I move out of the way? Right here in the background, I'll go to it in a second on another video. I have 3 little post-it notes. So I have lots and lots of post-it notes because as a planner and a stationery lover on my other channel, Marianne Cresp, I have throughout, you know, every time I visit a stationery store, I buy, I don't know why I've got so many, but I keep buying them. Lots of these post-it notes. These ones are 2-inch by 1-inch size. So because I only have a small space and my wall, I don't have a lot of wall. I have to actually, hopefully, once I start to get more subscribers, take down these planners and then I replace them with post-it notes. 1 post-it note equates to 1 new subscriber from 166, which is the starting point. So day 1, okay, day 1, let me just quickly flip through. I'm noting down as well what I did in each day, so then I'll remember, and then you can also see your progress. And anytime you have maybe a difficult time, you can look back and go, you know what, actually, day 14, I had a great day. Day 15, not so much. But day 16, I had a wonderful day. Okay, so also note down your progress, because I think it's Peter Drucker, a productivity expert or guru who's been quoted many times. What you track, you, what you track, you progress? Something like that. Not word for word, but if you track something, you can then manage it better and you can see your history. So day 1, I got 3 new subscribers. The video I showed, I think the next day I had received 2 subscribers, but I got 3. So on my little post-it note behind my wall was my little scratcher. I have 1, 2, 3 subscribers, okay? I'll come back to what sort of things I did in day 1, and then we'll go on, you know, each section. But Thursday, yesterday, because I'm here in Sydney, Australia, it is Friday, 14th of August, and it is 12:40. And I just want to make sure, because sometimes, you know, my mindset can play games and make sure that I am actually on, okay? Yes, I'm on. Marianne, you're on. I am not on unlisted at all. I don't think I'm an unlisted. If you are here, well, no one's here, but that's okay. It's all right, because you will watch this later on replay. Okay, so day 2, I need to go and add 3 more stickers onto my wall. So let me just show you what we got here. So behind me, all right, so I'm going to go and add 3 more. I think I have 3 post-it notes already there. I'm going to grab my in-ear headphones cord so I don't trip on it, and then let us go and add 3 new subscribers from yesterday. So from 166, I am now on 173 subscribers. Might be small, but guess what? Remember, each day, my goal was to try and get 3 new subscribers each day. No, 6 new subscribers each day. That's halfway. That's pretty good, right? And then remember, it'll add on more and more. All right, so let's go to my wall. Make sure I am not tripping over my cords. Let me see if I can get to here. All right, so that gives you a little bit of a closer look. So the reason why I thought I'd do post-it note is because it's visible. Okay, you want to make sure you can see your progress. And it's, you know, you can make little tally marks in your book, but when you start to track things in more detail, you have a better opportunity to motivate yourself, inspire yourself, and you know, go, wow, if I was able to gain 3 new subscribers and however many watch hours. We'll look at my YouTube studio in a second. Imagine what I can do when I put in more effort, or if I go and work on my titles or work on my thumbnails. Okay, so those things are what your visual tracker can help with for you to see your progress and motivation. So I'm just doing random colors with the post-it notes. Okay, so these are the 3 new ones. And for the moment, I'm just going to cover this area, and then hopefully, with the success of me showing up consistently here on my Marianne on YouTube channel, we can go and replace these planners with little sticky notes. All right, so day 2, I gained 3 more new subscribers. It may not seem a lot, but that's how we all start. We all start from 0, or from, you know, humble beginnings, but then it's the work that you do along the way, and whether you know how consistent you are, how quickly you bounce back from any downfalls. Okay, so there we go. 2 days and we have 6 new subscribers. Hey, if you're watching this, whether on live or replay, and you too want to be on your own mission to get to 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, even if you don't want to be on the YouTube partnership program and this is just a hobby for you and you're fine not to monetize your content, give yourself a little goal as well. And, you know, don't make it too small that it's not challenging enough. For me, trying to get 3,330 watch hours between now and by the end of the year with, what's that, 140 days now, it seems like it's a lot. But if I don't shoot for the stars, or I just go, oh, maybe I'll just go try and get 100 new subscribers or whatever watch hours, then there's no challenge. And I think it's the challenge as well that'll help you, light a spark. Okay, so there we are. I have tracked the number of new subscribers from 166 to 173. Will you be part of day 3's post-it note? Come on, go and click subscribe. And I'm asking nicely. And of course, let me go back to my chair. Of course, here we go. All right. Of course, if you also like the channel and you want to be part of this mission and this challenge, this is how we can do it together. Let me actually quickly show you. A few people already have just joined. I've asked them for the challenge to be on a mission with me. And we have Irene, the budgeting mama, who normally is in the live chat. I know the time frame might be different. She was afraid to go live because she was anxious about what people might say, things, she didn't have the right angles. But guess what? Since 12th, was it 12th? When did I do this? Since 11th of August, to date, she has gone live 3 times, has created a video on demand. So, a big congratulations to Irene, just like taking the bull by the horn. Is that it? Right? Is that the saying? And she's done it, right? And she just said, it was my push from that first days and announcing the mission. Also, Brian of 24 Hour Boss, it was his birthday yesterday. And so happy birthday, Brian. He too has taken on the challenge and tracking his sub numbers. And so well done to Brian for joining the challenge. And I appreciate both Brian from the 24 Hour Boss, Irene the Budgeting Mama, for sharing the challenge on their Instagram page as well. And I also like to thank Matt from Generator Podcast, who, you know, has shouted me out in a different group for, you know, taking on this challenge. And I'm going to show, you know, there'll be days where I'll go, nah, had enough, don't want to do this, it's too hard, no traction. But that's what I think us all doing this together will help. Okay, so well done. So Matt, you know, sharing my post. Thank you for the push yesterday. Brian joining the challenge, and then Budgeting Mama also flagging it on her Instagram page. So far, and that's just 2 days in, I've seen just a few people already, you know, taking this mission on board. And whatever the mission is, however the mission looks for you, whether it's, look, just to get past the first 50 subscribers, do it that way. Take it one chunk at a time. And that is why we broke it down into manageable pieces, right? So we said 6 subs. So instead of trying to go, oh my God, I have to get to 1,000 subs, let's break it down, right? And these are just very rudimentary mathematics, you know, 5th grade maths division, and that's all it is. Have a look at what will it take on average per day for you to get to that number, okay? How many watch hours? And then as you go through creating content, uploading, whether you're live streaming, whether you're creating recorded videos, shorts, community posts, then you're going to start to see data, right? The more content you upload, the more data and analytics that YouTube will give you. Now, don't go, you know, too much detail that suddenly go, oh, no views, it mustn't be good. You got to allow for YouTube to find, you know, the people that they can, you know, send your videos to, or the other way is, so YouTube don't promote your video. YouTube look for videos that for their viewers, okay? All right, so that's so far. We have 6 new subscribers in the last 2 days. Now, the other thing as well that I did on the Wednesday was I live streamed for 1 hour and 34 minutes. I think that was the mission. I also multi-streamed, okay? Vertically, I went live on Instagram. I went vertical, live on Instagram, vertical on this channel as well as my other channel. I repurposed some of the that vertical live stream into shorts. I think I did 4 shorts. I did another separate short, our community post. I also repurposed a lot of these ones, right? I repurposed a lot of these ones on Instagram as well. And then I filmed horizontal regarding the mission. Oh, yes, the post-it note. On Thursday, I don't think I did any content. I didn't upload any content because I was working on my other channel, Marianne Cresp. I went live there inside my membership, and now we are Friday the 14th, okay? Friday 14th of the 8th, 26, Marianne on YouTube, and then that's still 2. So this is day 1, day 2, and day 3, okay? So little gains, but we are getting there. So let's quickly have a look about what about the make sure I'm on the right screen. What about the watch hours? Okay, so this is my YouTube studio behind the scenes. So there's my new current subscribers at 173. Let's look at my stats. And I have to press click. I gotta click for it to change screens. Let's look at the last 365 days. 365. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, hey, hey. All right. I need my handy dandy calculator. So we're just going to 685 watch hours. Okay, and remember, this is also hasn't taken into account the last couple of days, and there is also a known issue with regards to the analytics adding up correctly. So this might be more, but that's okay. You know, the less is even better, because then there's a nice little surprise. So 685 minus 670. So I've gained 15 hours of watch time. And again, this one is from August 11th. Okay, so it hasn't counted actually the 12th and the 13th. All right, so far in the last 2 days since starting the mission, we've accomplished 15 hours. So we said we wanted to get 24 hours per day. So 15 divided by 48, that's a 30%, you know, of our goal. That's pretty good. Better than zero, right? So those are the things. So far, let's quickly have a look. We have gained 6 new subs plus 6 subs, okay? And plus 15 hours. That's 2 days in. So if you are following along as well, make sure that you are, you know, tracking these things. Now, I won't be tracking it each and every day because I got to create content. I won't be here because sometimes if you overanalyze, you will get too deep into the trenches and you won't be looking up, and you'll, instead of trying to figure out new ideas, new content, filming, live streaming, uploading, you'll be too worried with the numbers. Let the numbers gently guide you, but don't let it be, you know, the thing that don't get hung up on it too much. It is too early. You need to get more data. You need to get more uploads for the data to really count, or to really give you a more deeper insight. Okay, so now let's quickly have a look at the content. Let's see. So I went live. Oops, I'm not showing here. Okay, I went live here. Let's go check the Can I Monetize? Whoops, which is this one. Okay, that video, that live stream got 1 new subscriber. Hooray, hooray. Okay. Oh, and look at that graph. Okay. So this is on the replay. So it's still getting views. So don't think that if no one is in your live stream that you won't get any watch hours. There's 1 new person in this live stream now. Okay, because one count is me, because I've got the live stream up on the side. Okay, so that initial video got 1 subscriber. Again, don't worry too much about whether you got, you know, there are lots of subscribers to begin with. Now let's see the shorts. I did a few shorts since then. So I think I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 short. Okay, and these shorts are not overly produced. I think of something, I'm going, oh, I'd like to share that with the viewers. I put my phone in front of me, I record, I don't do any script. I just, you know, I just say what's on my mind, and, you know, just like any ums. So let's quickly have a look. Let's see this one. This one, did it get, nope, no subscribers for that one. That's okay, that's okay. This one, see? So shorts are, you know, don't think that all the subscribers will come from your shorts. Shorts is a good little gateway, because if they click on your short, then YouTube will go, hey, you checked out this person's content last time. They did something else that we think you might be interested in. So the shorts, don't think of it as a big major boost for subscribers. They're just your discoverability. Okay, so I'll talk about in a second. Let me note it down. Funnel. Okay, funnel, and how your content is going to work to get you those subscribers. Okay, so where else? Well, did we look at this one? Yep, so shorts, really, I'm fine that there's no new subscribers from shorts. And what's this new one? Okay, and I did a couple of videos on demand. I think I did that update with the post-it note. Did that get any? Nothing. That's okay. But it got 0.3 of hours, and that was only a minute or so. And I just had the DJI now, again, 0.1 hour watch hours, but that was just an hour ago. Okay, so I'm just showing you, I'm not being too pedantic about where the subs are coming from 2 days in, but it's just I'm showing you so then you get to see as you progress where you will find this information. So what did we say? 173 subscribers from 166 when we first started, as well as let's have a look at the last 365 days. We went from 670 watch hours to 685. Okay, so that's the update just on the analytics side. All right, so like I said, don't get too hung up on the analytics, but this is a really great way as we progress on this journey together where you will start to look for those. But don't get hung up on it. I will tell you, for real, I was been doing this. I post something and this is what I'm doing. I post it, refresh, 0 views, refresh, 1 view, refresh. Don't do that, because every time you refresh, that's a minute, that's 2 minutes, that's 3 minutes that you could be going, hey, do you feel like this? Are you having these problems? Well, here are the 3 things that I use or I do or I can show you. You can spend those minutes scrolling and checking every minute creating content. All right, so 2 days isn't enough to judge the whole mission so far. Okay, so if you are here with me in the live chat, what is your current subscriber goal? You might not want to, like I said earlier, don't mind that you're not reaching for the 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, but you need to have some sort of goal. Most of us know the SMART goal. Make sure it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. Okay, so we've had 50% of our daily target for subs we're reaching, tick. 30% of our watch hours, are on average to get us to our goal. Not bad. Hey, better than 0, okay? So that's how I have reached so far the watch hours. All right, so what do we do from here? We don't just sit on our laurels and just go, all right, let's see how those, current content are going to do. We keep making content, because if you think of content as a bucket, okay? Me and my little drawing, okay? So let me zoom in a little bit. Right, so there's a bucket. Imagine in that bucket, there's a little hole. Was there a song about that? Little Liza, little Liza? I don't know, okay? So these are people, or let's say the water, okay, that's going in the bucket, are people viewing your content. So some might stay. There can be, casual viewers. There might be subscribers, but you are going to lose some subscribers. And of course, as well as 0 to 365 days that you need to have qualified view hours, that's a rolling calendar. Okay, so it's always moving. You might have, 10,000 watch hours from day 1, but then tomorrow it moves So now day 1 becomes the next day, and this watch hours will no longer count. So you need to be continually getting people to view your content. And how do you do that? By creating new content. Okay, any of these platforms, they love new content. And the type of content that they want are the ones that viewers want to see, whether that's entertainment, answering specific question, you're teaching something valuable, you're inspiring someone, okay? So really important that you need to be creating new consistently and constantly. Is that the same? Consistent, constant. Right, both of them, okay? And of the ones that you have already uploaded, don't just go let nature or the algorithm take its course. Promote them. Whether you are talking about them on your community post, whether you are repurposing them, whether you are sharing them in your group, whether you are sharing them on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, right? You got to repurpose, promote. I'll quote Sean Cannell again, because he has quoted someone else, like, content is king, but marketing is queen, okay? It's like as if you have a product to sell. If nobody knows your product, no one's going to buy it. So you need to be out there going, hey, look at me, look at my channel, I've got more videos, and if you like this video, watch this other video that I made before. Okay, so you have to keep filling up the bucket that has a little hole, because you won't be retaining everybody. You'll lose viewers, you'll lose subscribers, because their journey changes as well. It's not that they may not like you, it's just that you might have solved their problems already, and then they're now going to move on to the next thing. Okay, new content. The ones that you have uploaded, make sure you are promoting, all right? So really important that we now start to go, well, how can we make sure that we are consistently showing up, we are there for our viewer, we are there, answering the questions that they are typing, making them laugh, making them cry, making them want to like, share, or save your content. Okay, so really important. So how do we do that? We got to think up of content to upload. So those of you who haven't yet watched the first mission, I talked about writing down the type of contents that you want to make, as well as, of course, that your viewer needs from you right now. Are they answering specific questions? Here we go. All right. Are they answering specific question? Are you showing how-tos? Are you showing versus video, this camera versus this camera, this knitting needle versus this knitting needle, this savings versus this savings or budgeting method? Okay. Behind the scene, people are are interested in, what's behind the curtain, what's on the other side of the fence, what's the progress, okay? They don't just want to see the end product. That's why videos like, those mowing, those power pressure cleaning services do well, right? Makeovers, renovations, because they want to see the before and the after, the transition. You know why? Because that creates open loops, okay? And that's what open loops, okay? Open loops. And this is the brain, okay? The brain does not like open loops. It likes to close it, okay? That's why hooks work well. It's like you hook them in and then they want to know, well, what's the answer? Show me more, okay? And also open loops is great for your videos at the start, okay? Create open loops because they want to know, how does this end, right? At the moment, I love watching those body cam videos of people getting pulled over you know, for drink driving, and I just want to see how it's going to end up. A lot of them end up getting arrested, you know. So you want to create open loops at the beginning of your videos to keep them watching, okay? These are eyes, to keep them watching until the end, right? Until the end. So our brain wants to do that, close the open loops. So if you can create good hooks, open loops at the beginning of your videos, and then keep them, and you know, the hooks and open loops isn't just at the beginning. Keep them hooked all the way through so they watch till the end, because when they watch till the end, your retention, right? How much of your video did they watch, right? So the higher the percentage, it says to YouTube that they like your video, they are entertained, okay? They are, whether they're satisfied positively or negatively, that's why sometimes those clickbait or those, you know, versus type of videos work. They're entertained, and then so the longer that you can get them to stay till the end of your video, the better the retention. That signals to YouTube that person liked it, they were entertained, and then guess what? They're going to go, well, these set of other people over here, okay, I like that person who just watched that and liked, so I'm going to send your video, or I'm going to grab your video and show it to these other people who have similar watch pattern. Okay, so what did we say? All right, live stream as well. Okay, live stream, searchable videos, shorts. Again, I talked about, it's the same as the bucket. Okay, so if we think of a funnel, which is the journey of your viewer. Okay, so this is the person. Okay, so you will need content. So these are content that are discoverable, ones that are nurture, and ones that convert. Okay, so maybe I'll make the funnel smaller. Okay, so let's say, okay, so not everyone that watches your content are going to convert into a subscriber. Okay, so you need to create content that you know, like trending, maybe not as niche. So you have to create different types of content. Ones that that's why shorts are really good, because more eyeballs, they might go, oh, what's that thing she's showing? Oh, okay. Oh, she has other things I'm also interested in. Okay, so you have to create content that are discoverable, funny, shareable, trending. It's not so niche, like it's geared towards more people. A lot like that point of view, you know, the POV type of videos, they do well. And so once they go and see, you know, see your discoverable, those are eyes, content, YouTube would go, oh, well, they like that. Maybe they'll also like this one where it says, hey, here are 3 ways that you can solve this problem. So you're nurturing. You got to create content that nurtures them, that helps them solve problems, that helps them a problem that helps address their pain point. Okay, so whatever it is, that the value that you have, what sort of content will help nurture? So think of nurture is they are here, a person wants to get there. So from point A to point B. This is they have problems, they have pain points, and this is their desired outcome, right? They want to lose weight. Oh, they're unhealthy. They want to lose weight. They want, you know, don't know how to create content on YouTube, or they don't know how to go live. They want to be able to go live. They don't have any savings. They want to save. you know, they want to make sure that people are sad or people are, you know, isolated or lonely. They want to be happy. They want to laugh. They want to be entertained. So the point A, so here, point A to point B, that there is the gap, okay? We want to reduce the gap, reduce the gap for our viewer. We want to help solve their problem so then they become over here in their desired state. How do we do that? We create videos that help solve one problem at a time, so then they can move from here to here to here to here to here to here. When you get them from here to here, they become, you nurture them, they trust you, they will follow you, they will buy from you, right? You convert them. Buy from you could be a subscriber. Buy from you is becomes a true fan, okay? Because you have helped them along the way. You have built trust. They now will listen to the things that you are saying. All right? So, what are these? How can we help them move from here to here? We create the content. We create these things that help solve one problem at a time. Okay? So, it's not suddenly, I want to lose weight, I want to be skinny, right? For someone who's never seen you before, they are not going to go and suddenly like listen to your 20 steps, because it's like, oh, that's so hard. Just get them to one step closer. Today, you know, if you want to start being healthy, try and drink a glass, a glass of water before you, as soon as you wake up. If you want to help regulate your mood, get outside every day, even just for a minute. How do you do that? You know, step outside your door, sit in the garden, open the window, get some sunlight, okay? Those are tiny little videos, one video at a time. Now, some videos might be longer, like this today. This is a live stream, but guess what I'm going to do with each and every one of these things that I've talked to you about? I'm going to edit them and repurpose them into one small thing at a time that helps my ideal viewer go from A to B, one little step at a time, building the trust as we go. So then they discover me because they go, oh, how do you live stream? Oh, she's on a mission to get 1,000 subscribers. Me too. Oh, she's talking about, creating hooks and open loops to when you thinking about video ideas. You're nurturing. Oh, I did that. I trust her more. She solved my problems. She addressed the pain point that I am in right now. Okay? Oh, Marianne wants me to subscribe. Yes, I will. Marianne wants me to hit like. Yes, I will. Okay? I think Pat Flynn calls it tofu, mofu, bofu. Right, top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. And bottom of the funnel is where you will find your true fans. All right, your super fans. Okay, so what else have we got? So now together, I'm going to do it with you, right? I'm going to go and start figuring out what videos I need to make next to ensure that I am helping you get to your 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours by doing exactly that same thing. All right, I've got my husband and son here, so it might be a little bit noisy in the kitchen. All right, so what I'm going to do is, because from when did I start this? The 11th? The 11th, I think. I'm going to just have a look at all the different things I wrote, what content I would like to create. So let me see. Okay, there is a shorts idea where I'm going to use the black one now. Okay, so write down with me. I'll actually see if I can put a timer on the screen. So then maybe we can do let's do just 3 minutes to begin with. And then I'll put music in the background. I'll go and mute my mic and just put music so then my husband can tinker in the kitchen for a second. Hello, Naomi. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. What we're just going to do now is we're just going to take 3 minutes, write down, if you are a YouTuber and you also want to write down your next, just brainstorm some video ideas that you want to create, then you can, take the next 3 minutes. I'll put some music on, and then I'll write down all the different stuff I brainstormed in my little notebook, and then I'm going to narrow it down just the way I did when I talked about on the first day of our mission. Write down on one clean page all the ideas that you have right now, because a lot of the times the friction when creating content is we have too many ideas. We want to make them all. Yes, we can, but we only have certain number of hours of the day to work on one thing at a time. So we need to focus. So first is just brainstorm. Okay, once you've done that, then another clean page. Out of those, narrow it down to maybe half. Okay, so what you're doing is you're forcing yourself to really choose which is the more important, which is the top priority, or which one it is that is going to be enjoyable for you to make next, or which one is the easiest, right? And then we narrow it down until we only get to the one, and that's the next one we're going to work on, either in the next half hour if it's a short, either in the next hour if it's a longer video, or the next 3 hours. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to write down on my own page the things I have brainstormed in the past. I'll put some music on. I'll put myself on mute for the 3 minutes, and then we will come back. And if you're also watching on replay, let me know some of the ideas that video ideas or content that you want to create to also get yourself to the YouTube partnership program of getting 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. All right, let's go, everybody. Make sure I'm off mute. All right, so some of the topics and ideas that I had from the day I did the videos, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some of these are a little bit easier to make than others because I can repurpose the live stream. So now what we're going to do is from this 9, let's say, so let's do let's cut it in half, okay? Out of these 9, which 4 would I like to do next? All right, so maybe we'll do a 1-minute timer. 1 minute, save it, and then narrow it down, okay? So this is really going to help me because there's so many I want to do, and I'm like, my head can be, be quite overwhelmed. Thank you, Naomi, for the subscribe, the follow. I appreciate you and hope to see you in the comment section. Okay, so by narrowing it down, it will help you sort of like make a choice, okay? So let's do a minute on the timer and then put the music back on. Okay, all right, so from 9, I've narrowed it down to 4. Okay, so essentially you want to start on a new page, but you know, my brain is okay to work out that, hey, I need to focus and to funnel. All right, so really what we're doing here is we're creating a funnel of our own with the type of topics that you want to create, because I know a lot of you get stuck on the ideation, get stuck on the planning. Oh, I've got so many ideas, I don't know which one. Well, this forces you to make a choice, okay? Because I'm sure that if anything else that's easy to do or something you love, you can make a choice just like that. But because this is easier, you think, oh, I still need to think, I still need to plan, I still need to create ideas. You think you're doing something, you think you're being productive, but that's actually a form of procrastination. Make a choice, all right? How you make a choice? By narrowing down the choices and focusing on one small thing at a time. That doesn't mean, by making one choice, doesn't mean you're not going to create all those. It's fantastic you have a lot of ideas, but it's important that we get started, right? Don't wait until next week to go and start on making your videos, because you could be missing out right now. And if you look at it this way, instead of you going, I need to create the videos, think of the person that you're trying to reach. What if they need the answer right now and your video hasn't been made? Imagine the pain point, the problem, the suffering that person might be having right now by not seeing your video. Okay. Hello, Elle. Nice to see you. It's like we've been hanging out all day today. Now you're in my live, I was in your live. Thank you so much for joining. So at the moment, what we're doing is, if you have lots of video ideas and topics in mind on your video ideas list, we're going to help narrow one down and create the next video. Okay, so what I did, we took a few minutes to just brainstorm, but I had some ideas already from the first mission. So I just wrote them down. I had 9, and then I took another minute to narrow it down, cut it in half. And so now we're going to turn the page. And then if it's still too much, if you still can't decide, you know, on one from 4 or however many you have, let's say the next 2. Okay, so we're easing our brain into making one choice. So let's go and put another 1 minute timer on the screen, and then we're going to decide the next video or content. You know, content could also be community posts. Let's go, everybody. Okay, all right. See, even I was going, I have to try and make a choice from 4 instead of going straight down to one choice. I halved it again. Okay, so I chose 2. So there's 2 there. One was easy to do, so it's a shorts that I can edit from a previous live stream. So if at the moment, right, whether you don't have, you know, any concrete idea, or that something might take a while to research, or there's lots of moving parts, as in you got to create B-rolls, you got to create different angles, try and go for the easiest. Is there anything from your live stream or a long form video, or even like shorts that might be, you know, 3 minutes long or 2 minutes long? Can you edit that down even more? Okay, so one of the things is from my mission, mission possible, mission possible of 1,000, getting on a journey to my 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. On that live stream, I talked about an analogy about how focusing is, I've forgotten what, you know, exactly the thing I was trying to make, but dating as the analogy for something. So I'm going to go look at that live stream, look at my recording, and edit that bit about dating and the analogy, how dating is like, you know, focusing on one specific thing at a time. I think that's what I was talking about, right? And then the other one is I also talked about how YouTube says that vertical live streams get 25% more views, okay? Because people are always scrolling. So I have to make sure that I, for this channel, create also both horizontal and vertical live streams. And so, and then that actually hits 2 birds with 1 stone, because I can talk about that study or analytics, and then at the same time create my vertical scenes. So, you know, my overlay, my desk overlay for specifically for this channel, and for especially in particular for this mission and the updates that I'm going to do of my progress. So we'll do another 30 seconds. Whoops. We'll do 30 seconds, because now I want you to narrow it down even more to which video are you going to make within the next, all right, let's say hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. All right, I won't declare the, you know, the time frame. You do that. You're grown up enough to do that, but don't go and say the next day. I can't remember. It's not Pareto's law, Murphy's law, about how the amount of time you assign to something is how long it's going to take you to do it. So if you say, I'm going to make a video and upload that in 1 week's time, it'll take you 1 week to go and create and upload that video. But if you say, I'm going to upload a video in the next 2 days, then your brain will go, well, we have to create and upload a video within the next 2 days. So don't give yourself too much of a leeway, because it's so easy to do that. And this is, you know, it helps make yourself accountable. Give yourself a promise and an appointment that you honor and keep. If you were asked to do a work for someone else, you're more likely to honor that. But because we are, you know, entrepreneurs, content creators, and we're sort of, I don't know, you know, we sit on our butts for too long. So let's go and say, in the next hour, in the next 2 hours, in the next 3 hours, or by the end of the day, I would have. And creating content doesn't necessarily, or, you know, mean the ultimate outcome that you have uploaded it. Might be in the next hour, I'm going to film the voiceover, the B-rolls, and then that's it, right? You've done that step. And then create the next step. In the next half hour, I'm going to edit my film. Okay, in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to add caption. I'm going to add text. Okay, break down your task into small, actionable pieces. All right, Elle says horizontal and vertical at the same time is really interesting. Yes, so the great thing with on YouTube, you can do vertical and horizontal, but the vertical version is just a cropped in. Okay, so let me just say, let's say I go live. Oh, look at I've got my blinds open in the sunlight. So you can go live using the YouTube Studio live streaming. And so you can choose both vertical and horizontal. But what will happen is the one camera, whatever scene that you make on the horizontal, yes, horizontal, the vertical version is this. So if you wanted to show, like if you're a yoga teacher and you want to show your movement, it's just going to crop you in. So the good thing with Ecamm, if you are a Mac user, is you create 2 separate canvases. And with that in mind, that will be my next video. I will still put 30 seconds on the clock for those of you that want to go and narrow down. So for those of you watching on replay, then of course you can start from the beginning of the countdown, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds. See how I'm not giving you a lot of time to make up your mind. So let's just do that for a second. Put some music on. When the music's playing. Oh, I just muted it, muted it so quickly. 30 seconds goes so quick. All right, so I made a choice. Let me know if you also made a choice of what next content you're going to make. Content can be live stream, your video on demand, shorts. Now, I'm only talking about YouTube, but of course you can do Instagram as well, or any other platform. But because we're doing this based on the mission of getting to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, whether you have reached one or the other, but getting into the YouTube partnership program is the ultimate goal by 31st of December. So we as a community, we're going to do this together. Whether we reach it or not, we won't know. Why are we creating a story already in our mind that hasn't happened yet? What if we get to the partnership program by the end of September, right? You don't know. Let's not create the story yet. What we can have control of is the things we do right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and edit my on a mission and look for the part where I talked about the dating analogy and create a shorts for that. So is it specific? Yes, it's specific. That is it measurable? All right, how am I going to do that? It is currently 1:37 p.m. here, so I'm going to do that by 3 p.m. Okay, I'm going to look for it. I'm going to edit it. Is it attainable? Yes, it's easy. I can just go look through it. So SMA, is it realistic? Can I do it? Yes, if I concentrate and don't go sit on the couch and eat a bag of Doritos. Right, Elle? I know, what was it? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic. Yes, I can do that. I'm not creating, renovating a house. And is it time sensitive? Yes, it is, because I'm making it time sensitive and I'm giving myself. So if I get off this live stream, give myself 10-15 minute break, maybe go outside, sit in the garden of the apartment block, and then come back, and then just look for it, put my timer on, right, concentrate, and then put my phone over there so I'm not distracted, close off every other tabs on my computer, and just go and edit it for the next, it won't take even that long. Now that I'm thinking about it, it only takes long because I distract myself. All right, so long form video is next for Elle. Fantastic. And so let me just change this to my lovely gradient of Marianne on YouTube. Okay, and all right. Okay, so long form for video is for Elle. All right, so now you've decided what it is. Be specific. What about it? All right, is it Elle is also Elle I met through Video Ranking Academy, the course by Sean Cannell of Think Media. So Elle, right, so we are here together, working together. Is it what type of long form? Is it an answer specific question? Is it a how to? Is it a versus? Is it a behind the scene? ... So Elle knows the type of content we should be making to rank this. So specific to the Video Ranking Academy are ranking videos that are searchable, that people are Googling or typing. All right, so let us know. So that's mine, is a shorts, dating analogy. And that type of video maybe for me will be a discoverable. Okay, it's not a nurture video. I'm not really teaching anything. I am giving an analogy, sort of like a point of view. So it casts a wider net so more people can see it, right? So it's more discoverable because it's not too niche, it's not too narrow. I'm not talking about, getting to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. It's about for content creators or YouTubers. So that's the analogy shorts that I'm going to be making. Okay, so that's the type of content. Doritos, right? So there's no Doritos in our house, although I did buy pork crackling the other day. Not good, not good. Okay, so that's mine. Now we have to go, and I know these sort of things might be, the discoverable might get more views. Again, we're not concentrating too much on, the analytics yet. We're just building our creating content and getting visibility and filling up our bucket. Okay, so for those of you that just joined, the bucket, all right, our YouTube channel is like a bucket. There's always going to be a hole, because those are the people that leave, either that, no longer serve, or you've helped them so much already that they don't need to, they've done some wonderful stuff to their hair and skin. Now they're moving on to other interests. That doesn't mean that when you lose or your followers that they don't like you anymore. It just means they're moving on to the next season of their viewing. Okay, so we need to be able to have eyeballs all the time to fill our bucket, so then we are always adding to our watch hours and adding to our subscriber count. All right, so the next thing I think that is it for the moment. We have made, today we talked about my, where is it? Okay, we talked about my little post-it note. I'm trying to figure out my little post-it note. So I gained in first 2 days 6 new subscribers. Naomi, who had to go, she said she subscribed, and I did see my subscriber count go up to 174. So I'll add at the end of tomorrow, or the beginning of tomorrow, how many new subscribers. So that is how I'm tracking, or you can see here how I'm tracking the number of subscribers I gain between now and the end of 31st of January. Okay, so that's the tracking. Have a little tracker yourself. How are you going to track whatever goal you have for yourself? Okay, because we talked about GPS, okay, in that first video. Where is my GPS? GPS, okay. Okay, so I had a little, so this is our North Star. That's our goal. This is where we are. What we do between here and here are the small little step. We're going to be, veering off course, but we're going to try and self-correct. The goal is great for us to focus on, but that could change because, hey, we might reach our goal before then. All right, so track your goal. How are you going to track it? How are you going to make it visible? How are you going to see your progress? And also make sure to share your goal in the comments section. If you are also on the mission to be part of the YouTube partnership program before they change the threshold to 1,000 subscribers and 8,000 watch hours as of 1st of February 2027. What is your goal? Break it down. If you didn't watch the first video, I showed you exactly how I broke down my goal into average per day. So 6 subs per day, 24-hour watch per day. Again, you're not going to reach that at the beginning because you are just starting. But you are going to stack all your new content and old content and 1% better each day, and it's going to be an exponential, it's going to compound, okay? Because as soon as someone discovers you, they like you, they binge watch all your other content, and you maneuver them. Hey, if you like this video, make sure to watch this next video. That's one of the things. One of the video ideas that I had is how do we retain, our viewers, and how do we satisfy them? Okay, so those are the things we will learn along the way. Okay, so Elle's next content to create is a long form how-to product review. Oh, I love that. Product reviews always do well, and a great income affiliate too. If you are, if the products you are showcasing are affiliate products, great income producing content. Well done. The goal is getting those 4K hours by the new year. Excellent. All right. So we are, because I think Elle, you're over 2,500 followers. So she's already reached the 1,000 subscribers. Now her goal is to get 4,000 watch hours. Fantastic. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Again, if you are also going to be on this mission with us, write down what it is. Write down your starting numbers. So then that way you can do exactly as we're doing here by breaking it down into small actionable pieces. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. But please don't eat an elephant. I don't want my vegan friends to get angry with me. Okay, so share the mission. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. Are you joining the challenge? If you are like Irene and Brian of 24-Hour Boss and Matt of Generator Podcast, okay, join the challenge. Do your own thing. I'm not going to babysit you, right? Because I got my own things to do. But if we do it together, it's a lot easier. Woohoo! Exactly. Hands up hands up in the air. All right, so let me know. Tag me with any of the, if you're on Instagram, tag me so then I can share that you're in this challenge too, and then more people can find us. Okay, so where are we? Where are we? Irene's doing really well, Elle. Hadn't gone live for like a year, and then has gone live for the last 3 days. I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of, because she was quite anxious of, you know, what people might say. But I'm like watching it and I'm going, you're doing well. So I'm so proud of all those that are doing with us. All right. So have you got your next content to create? Shorts? Is it a community post? Is it resharing the videos and content you already have? They are also content. Repurposing, marketing it, talking about it, you know, have you watched this? If they're, you know, if a trending, if something, this is what I'm doing right now, is that if an idea comes into my head, it's like, oh, I'd like to do that. Well, where is my phone, right? I grab my phone. They don't all, like sometimes the lighting is all wrong, doesn't matter. I'm just going, you know, I think my most recent shorts is I had my mic died and half of my live stream from the other day had no audio. Okay. Speaking of audio, let me know if you figured out Elle, the crackling of your Visualar Spark wireless, because I was trying to chat GPT what might be the problem, and to see if it is, because I remember Sharon, the Snazzy Vegan Life, also had a crackling audio when Claire Sarah interviewed her. So there's so many things, we can all help each other. All right, so I invite you to subscribe if you haven't yet. If you've liked this video and got anything from it with my lovely little analogies and my lots of writing, make sure to give this video a like, and of course share it with other content creator friends of yours that are also want to be in this mission with us. All right, so let us know how you go. I'm going to come back in a couple of days and talk about the progress and the struggles, what felt easy, you know, what felt easier than expected, what took a little bit longer. Don't be ashamed if you don't get to do the task that you have set today, but make sure you go back on the wagon, come back again the next day and just do the little bit. You don't have to finish everything today. We just got to get started, okay? What takes longer than expected? These are the things we're going to note down, because we are going to learn from experience. All these little wins and struggles, especially the struggles, they're not failures. They're lessons. They're data. They're experiments that we can learn from. So let me know, are you watching your numbers too? And let me know how you feel. Is this something that you would also like to be part of? Okay, so we're just going to take it one day at a time, one slow day at a time, one little action step at a time. Make sure you keep creating. Creating does also mean ideation, but don't get too stuck on the planning. As someone who has a planning channel, planning and getting ideas, we think we're doing something, we think we're busy. Sometimes it's actually disguised as procrastination. Just do one thing, even if that is getting yourself outside, which is what I'm going to do at the end. Subscribe. It's still crackle and not sure why. Yeah, I think I'll have a chat with you, Al, because then I'll check, because I think you were using your camera. Maybe the cord, if it's not pushed in properly, or if it's not the right TRS end, it can cause crackling, because I remember that happened to me with, well, it wasn't a wireless, but the cord. So let me know. Yay, Elle has subscribed as well. Thank you so much, Elle. So I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing our progress, and hopefully I get to add more sticky notes, you know, inspired by Claire, my friend Claire of the Maxaras, and Jun Young, who's just blowing up on Instagram. sometimes I can't watch because it's like it makes me have a comparison, but I'm going to use it as a drive to also get myself out there, get my goal. So share what it is that you're going to be doing next in the comment section. Let us know so then we can follow you. Now, with regards to following, we do want to make sure, of course, that follow the people that you are interested in watching, because sometimes if you do follow and you don't watch their content, it can do them more harm than good. So I'd rather you just support me with the likes and everything, and maybe share it with someone else that might enjoy it. But I would appreciate that if I'm not for you and the content that I do is not for you, I'm happy for you not to follow, because I don't want follows that won't get views, because it'll actually do more harm. Okay, so anybody you do follow, make sure that you are watching their content as well, because viewer satisfaction is what YouTube is counting on. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm going to look back at this. Yes, lots of stuff on this one. 1 hour and 30 minutes. My husband and my son will probably go, can we come out now and actually go and, you know, do our homeschool? All right, I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see your progress as well. So with day 2 in, I got 6 new subscribers and 15 additional watch hours. Let me know how you're going. I appreciate you. Make sure you keep content creating and let us know how you go. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.